Well, I think the biggest challenges are some of the solutions that we see that are very big and inflexible because there's, of course, a lot of pressure on public authorities, public administrations to actually offer digital solutions. And it can get very overcomplicated over time. And we always see this challenge of big and very inflexible solutions that are very hard to maintain over time, really not responsive enough to the world that we live in, which moves fast. So citizen demands change, and of course legislation changes along the way, and as do our digital solutions, they also need to change. So if I would start with NEC WorkZone, which is our enterprise information management platform, where we're not starting to digitize everything. So we really start in a corner of an administration at an agency, at a public authority, and then we expand from there slowly. It's an agile approach towards digitizing an administration. And that's really how we minimize risk in development of these solutions. And then we slowly expand from there. So we start with the business objects and then move on to digitize the processes around these business objects. Then we move towards interaction. So making sure that the interaction is actually on a digital basis, which is really the prerequisite for automation also. And then we slowly move from there throughout the organization. Yeah, well, in our case, really by offering fast digital solutions that are easy to access for the citizen, but also fast handling of inquiries by the citizen. So actually also gaining transparency for an organization, for the citizen of the inquiry, really being able to track, okay, where's my inquiry at right now? So I think that's really key in the case of NEC, that we're able to offer these solutions that are both good for the administration itself of such a case, but also being able to offer these fast digital solutions. I think, as was mentioned at this event a lot, we've been through many learnings in Denmark. So digitization didn't just come overnight, and we made some missteps along the way. And we have to understand that WorkZone has really developed out of these learnings. So there's a lot of learnings involved in actually bringing WorkZone to Australia, where Western Australia can really take a shortcut here. And yeah, it's a new approach. It's configurable. It's not development. It's highly flexible. So it's just an entirely different approach, a very modern approach towards actually digitizing administration and yeah, public services. WorkZone does that by really offering a standard platform where we do not develop upon, but we actually configure. And that makes it much more easily to change to new or the changing needs over time. So the platform can actually develop according to the citizen needs and according to the changing legislation may be over time, and can be adjusted very, very quickly over time by not even developers. I don't have to pull in these costly and scarce developers. I just have to have someone who knows my processes actually configure it themselves. Yeah. Actually being able to collaborate with the customer along the way and taking them on a journey and assisting them on this journey is key here. So you can actually use something like WorkZone to drive your digitization in the organization but also to optimize along the way, right? So the new needs, the changing needs are much more, they can be realized much more easily through a no-code configurable platform. Yeah, well, I think that's really the core essence of WorkZone, is really having that part in order. We have that's really the license to play in the space in which we operate, right? So in Denmark, we have some of the largest ministries and agencies within central government, critical authorities such as Danish Defense, the Danish Tax Authority, the Danish Police. And here, of course, these high security requirements and the data management aspect, of course, of the highest priority, and that's really sort of built into the solution as it has developed throughout the years and being born out of these many learnings throughout the years. And it's essential for building the trust for the citizens to actually know, okay, everything that public authorities do with my data is actually logged, and I can actually request this log and see what's been done with my data. Well, for me, the highlight has definitely been just being here and actually engaging with customers here in Western Australia, seeing some new faces and it's been amazing. And also what I see as a critical component here and really one of the big topics here is the digital inclusion, which has been discussed very much here. And I think the fact that you've sort of come up with this blueprint in order to solve this issue, I think that's just amazing and has been super interesting for me to gain insights here.